Good morning, children. This is Amrita Banerjee, and I will be your computer teacher for the present session 21 and 22. Okay, so children, today we will be starting with our very first chapter in computer, and the name of the chapter is Computer Story. Okay, so children, hopefully now in this very much crisis situation, pandemic situation, computers are the actually mean which is actually connecting me and you through different devices, as in like we are having our online classes using our phone, our computer system. Some are using desktop, some are using laptop, everything. So children, computers are again very important part of our present recent life, isn't it? Now computer have a story. That means computers are not that very advanced and powerful in the previous time. Okay, so with the time they also have become very efficient, very effective, and very powerful equipment. Okay, so this chapter will actually discuss about the story of computer, that how computers were actually in the previous time and how the computer have actually evolved. Okay, like in your home, children, in your house you might be having your mother, your father, and then you might be having your grandparents, isn't it? And some of you might also be having your great grandparents, isn't it? That means your mother, your father, their grandparents means their father, mother, and then even their grandfather, grandmother. That means your great grandfather, grandmother. That means in one single house you might be having 2 to 3 generations, isn't it? In similar way, children, when computers were in the previous time, we used to have very large, very big size computers, and they were taking a whole room kind of space. Okay, they used to take a very large size space in when they were stored. Okay, and the processing speed, that means at the speed at which the computer worked today, they were very slow at that time. Fine. And also the data collection, that means like computers are something that which are storing our so much of information, isn't it? It is doing our calculation in just one single click, isn't it? So but all these things which was done in the previous time, it was not that very fast and that very efficient. So we will be discussing about the generations of computers, children. Okay, so like the first generation can be, we can call as the your great grandparents. Okay, so computers first generation were great grandparents, which what parts was used? That was used as vacuum tubes, children. Okay, vacuum tubes were the part. It is a kind of a machine. Like in your online live class, I would have shown you the pic of actually how a vacuum tube looks like, isn't it? In the online live class, I would have shown you the pic of the vacuum tube, isn't it? That how it is actually looking like. Fine. Then your second generation, that means that after your great grandfather, grandparents, you might be having your grandparents, isn't it? Grandfather, grandmother. So we can say that kind of second generation of computer. So now vacuum tubes were very large in size and all. Then after that, children, transistors came to you. So transistors were a bit smaller in size as compared to our vacuum tubes, isn't it? So now, children, after transistors, our very next generation, that means the third generation, or we can say our parents kind of, isn't it? So parents kind of, they were using integrated circuits. Integrated circuits were ICs. We call integrated circuits are very small, like rectangular box like things, and they are having many circuits encrypted in a very small rectangular box like place. Okay, that picture also I have shown you in the online classes. Now, so children, then next we had the fourth generation. So that was using your microprocessor. Okay, children, so in the fourth generation we were using microprocessor. Okay, so microprocessor was, children, it was very much smaller in size, okay, more powerful, to store more energy. It was more speeder, more faster, to enhance the quality of a computer. So children, slowly what happened, computers start to evolve. It had become very better and very powerful with the evolving time, children. Okay, so these are the generations of computer, and very final fifth generation we have artificial intelligence, children, which is the very present generation computers, and it is still evolving. Artificial generation means, children, now we all have very advanced computers and all. Now artificial intelligence is the intelligence which will be demonstrated by computers. That means now the things are being done at such a level. Now computers will have their own mind. They will be able to take any decision. Okay, they will be able to think like humans. So that is the intelligence which will be demonstrated by machine. So that is actually the artificial intelligence. Okay, so this way, children, the computer have got evolved. Okay, so these are the different generations of computer. This is actually what is we can call the story of computers, that from very large vacuum tubes, it has got very small into small microprocessor. Okay children, now we will be discussing about the classification of computers based on their size. Okay, so children, like small size computers, then very large size computers, so they are classified as different computers, as in as different names we have. So the very first computer which we have are the microcomputers. Now children, microcomputers are actually small size computers, and if we speak about microcomputers, we have the simple desktop systems at our home, or you would be seeing the desktop systems in your computer labs and all. So that is actually your microcomputers. Okay, so the simple PCs or the personal computers which we have in our home, in our office, in our school labs, those are the microcomputers. Okay, now after microcomputers, children, the next size based computers which we have, those are the mini computers, children. Now mini computers are larger than size as compared to your personal computers, and those are quite expensive as well. Okay, so like personal computers are the very portable one, they can be carried as in, but the mini computers, they are quite large in size. Okay, they were larger than size as compared to your microcomputers, and they were also quite expensive ones. Okay, so now next we have, children, the mainframe computers. Now children, mainframe computers are such computers which were actually so large that one entire room will be occupied by one single mainframe computers. The mainframe computers are so large in size. Okay, and there will be different terminals, different circuits, different as in order, there will be different integrated circuits and all to input the data, and how we will be getting the output and all. So children, mainframe computers are actually designed for a very specific purpose. Okay, so they are actually very specialized sort of computers, and they are very large in size. Okay, now next we have, children, supercomputers. Now children, supercomputer, as the name suggests, those are very powerful computers. Those are like a simple computer. If you will see, it will be working on a one single CPU, isn't it, one single processing unit. But for if we speak about the supercomputers might be having more than one CPUs. It may have 4 CPUs, or it may have 5 CPUs. So all those CPUs actually make that computer to just work like as in anything, like in just 1 second it can have calculations of millions and billions of stuffs. Okay, so those are very powerful computers, those are very fast, very quick, very efficient. So that's why those are called as the supercomputers, children. Fine. Now Next we have children workstations. Now what are workstations? Workstations are also like personal computers itself, okay, like the simple PCs which we have in our home, which we have in our school, or which we have in our office. So those are also workstations are also like PCs, but the processor or the processor which we have in that workstations computers, those are very powerful kind of, because those are used for some monitoring purposes, children. Some like weather forecasting, or some sort of sensation, or some if we have to check keep a check at the border, what is going on or isn't. So for those children, staff children, or what is happening out there in the space, for all those purpose we use actually this workstation computers. Okay, so now next we will head on to our next topic, children.